You
That was
all,
a pre-segment. Did you pre-seg all over?
You can't then fucking
covered you all in my pre-seg.
pre-seg
You
everywhere.
pre-segged and didn't even tell us. You just pumped right through it, and now you're on to
Just
the
went
main.
for it with the pre-seg, and now you're fucking letting it on. Now you're telling us about it.
We're just covered in his
Little Sammy's
pre-seg.
pre-seg.
Oh,
God,
God.
Little
that sounds
Sammy's
horrible.
pre-seg, little Sammy's pre-seg.
Little Sammy's pre-seg.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to the greatest show on earth. It is the... hang on. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is embarrassing. I'm being told that this is not the greatest show on earth. I'm really, really sorry. I do apologize for misleading everybody. I've not set your expectations here. This is the Killer Rabbit podcast, unfortunately. It says on the auto cue... the greatest show in the world. They've obviously not cleared it from the last podcast that was in the Casa del Chase studio. It's me, Sam, and it's Adam Chase over there.
Hello. I was going to say there's some big claims coming out there.
I don't know what to say. I've misled everybody.
Clearly
I'm
someone
ashamed and
like
embarrassed.
Benson on the auto cue again.
Benson, what have you got to
can't
say for
type.
yourself?
I can't type. It definitely wasn't me on the autocue. Anytime someone mentions autocue, it just reminds me of that Bruce Almighty scene. And my tiny little nipples went to France. Steve
And
Carell's
we've already
breakthrough part.
proved we're not the greatest show in the world. But yeah, I
How have we
apologise,
proved that?
everybody. By referencing a film from 2007.
It was 2004.
Why does that make us
Was it
not the
2004?
greatest?
Because the greatest podcast would have only referenced films from 2006.
So if we mention like Fast and
Okay.
Furious 2, Too Fast, Too Furious would have been okay. Oh no, that wouldn't have been 2006, would it?
I don't know I don't know what happened in 2000.
Nothing really happened in 2006. There was a lull in 2006.
We were still like that, just that that aftermath of the millennium, weren't we? It was just...
Yeah, 6 years.
Why don't we
aftermath.
have flying cars?
2006 still feels recent. Is that
Oh, it done
just
to me, mate. I was starting high school in 2006.
when I hear 2006
though,
though,
as far
anything
away.
post 2000 still feels recent, but that's like 18
But then you
years
look at the
ago,
year
isn't it?
now and it's 2024.
Yes, 2000 is 18 years ago, Sam. You're right.
No, 2006.
Okay.
2006. No, 2000. That was quick maths. 20 how many? 24 years ago. Yeah, I was being
Can't
silly.
even pretend to get it wrong.
No, I was being very silly.
Yeah, I
Being
think
very,
2006,
very
the
Very
third
silly.
season of Lost was
Silly.
coming out, so by then there was no rules about what you did a
Oh,
film or
that's good.
TV
Was that after
show
the writer's
about.
strike?
No, it was during. No, it was season 3 where they had the writer's strike, but that's what I mean. 2006, all the rules were broken. Then you could start a film with no ending or a TV
How many
program.
writers strokes? A stroke? How many writers stroke have there been? There always seems to be a
There's been
writer's
many-
stroke.
The writers are
There
always
was loads
struck.
back. There was loads back then. They were like, "We're not going to write for you."
No,
And
there's
then,
been that one, and then this one.
We are
right?
straight.
Surely.
The main
I thought
reason,
there'd been loads.
the
There was
main
one during
reason
Breaking
that-
Bad times.
yeah, but that could have been
Because of the Fly
2006.
episode.
Was that the third one?
Oh, don't tell me that was
Uh,
2000. No, that's not.
No, that was
2006.
1998. That Breaking Bad.
No, stop it. Stop saying
Uh,
things.
it
Stop
was
saying
two-
things about
Well,
dates.
it finished in 2014, didn't it? So 2008 it would have started, so we weren't far off.
So that nearly finished 10 years ago. What is
It
going
did
on with
finish-
time?
it's-
Time, can you just
it did
chill
finish
out?
10 years ago. In fact, it might be in the end of
fuck's sake.
2013.
Time.
I saw it
Can
on
you
what
just
tweet
chill
or
out?
last year.
Yeah, that is a good point.
What is going on?
You don't
I
have
mean-
Bernard's watch, Sam. It keeps going.
Fucking COVID nonsense was like 5 years ago. How was
Four.
How was 5
That's why
years?
everything
Four.
seems
It
so
was
long ago.
2019 it started, COVID. Back
Yeah,
in
end
wasn't.
of
2019.
2019,
It wasn't.
2020, it was COVID year. So
No, 2019 when I was watching it on the news and going, look at them fucking dickheads. Fucking Italy.
You
How are
were
and
you
then
to
doing
China
now?
there.
March 2020 just looming in the distance.
Yeah, just
Yeah, it's like in January, it's like, it'll be fine. They've closed all the supermarkets, etc. in China, and they're having their food delivered to the end end of the street. And yeah, that won't happen over here. We've got
they're all
fantastic
being welded into the houses.
Well, if you remember, there were
Yeah.
videos of them with the big steam things, like the steam power washers, going round in
Steam
vans,
power
just sanitize.
washers.
Just steaming everyone. Fucking get some steam,
man.
bro.
Wash. I'm gonna wash you with steam.
I'm gonna steam the fuck
Lockdown
out of you.
seems
Lot.
like-
Oh, God, it'd be so hot. You just
It
get
seems
fucking
like so long
burned.
ago.
It does. This is,
Wouldn't it be scolding if it's steam?
but
Right.
this is
Sorry,
the thing.
yeah,
it
sorry,
seems
I-
like ages ago, but it seems like 5 minutes ago as well. My brain is just melting.
Oh,
with
it's a
the
weird thing.
speed in which time
COVID is the brain
is
melting.
dripping through
I
my
don't think
fingers.
anyone's going to be the same after that because
Just for the
we-
record, I
we're-
wasn't laughing at people with the misfortune of getting COVID before us. I was kind of shitting myself a little bit and thinking it was going to go all zombie film, which it sort of did.
a little bit.
It did
didn't
go a little bit zombie
when
film.
the
yeah, it
when
did.
like all the wildlife started coming back to the cities and that was like
And there was
zombie
there's
film
the
moments.
there's the pictures of like
Yeah.
the city centres that are all empty, and that
Yeah.
was weird
Yeah.
to see. But I remember you wanting to like go
remember.
into lockdown before us, and then you got bored of it and was like, right, everyone come out of lockdown. We need to record podcasts. You just kind of fluttered between what was it in at the time?
we didn't.
No,
like
you're absolutely wrong. That's when the podcast boom started. When people were at home and had nothing
yeah, but
better to do.
and then but we bailed because we were like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah, we left the podcast game and everybody
We were
else
like,
came in.
I can't be fun on a microphone.
And
'cause
then
this
we came back and we're like,
sucks.
can we get back in, please? Can we join the podcast party again? And everyone's like, no, get out,
Yeah.
We
get away.
left when it was
Not
booming
part
because
of
we're part of the anti-crew. We have to do the opposite.
So,
With the
yeah.
Well,
cool
we were
kids.
podcasting before podcasting was podcasting.
We were
we were-
podcasting from
and-
pod days.
Yeah, we were back in the days of
Here we go.
Jesus Christ.
So
We were
2024 years ago, we started.
We interviewed Jesus.
Yeah,
He
on the
did.
very first podcast.
He didn't
Yeah,
say
that was
much.
it.
He was
because it
such a dick.
It was the day
He
after
was
we were
such a
born.
douchebag.
We
He
should have
was,
really
wasn't
thought
he? He was
about
like,
that.
Oh, do you want to watch me turn this fucking shit into wine? I was like, wait, no.
I was like,
I'm
no, I
like,
don't
well, go
want
on
you.
then,
Please
actually.
take the shit out of the room. Why have you brought shit in with you, Jesus? That's not cool.
Can I have
didn't
1,000
like
fish?
that.
I know, I'll give you 20. Oh, come on, G. We know you can do 1,000. Stop
And I'm
being
pretty
nice.
confident. I'm pretty
Stop getting
confident.
all the fish.
Gave
I'm
him
pretty
all that
confident his
gold.
mum
Could he
was not-
multiply that? Just wouldn't do it, would he? Like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
It's not
His
cool.
How
mum
about-
was
yeah,
not a
how about-
virgin.
Yeah.
How about you
I've
increase
slept
my
with her.
penis size? How about you send me on a worldwide trip? No, you're just going to give us lots of fish. Yeah, I don't even like fish, Jesus. Not to be ungrateful, but can you not sort us out with some kind of like burger or a
I know,
pizza or
right?
something?
Fish bread and wine is not
Oh.
very
Fish bread.
nutritious.
Oh, the fish bread. That was the worst. I had-
It's not a very nutritious meal, though. Where are the greens? Like,
had
we're
no-
all going to
no
get
time for the
fucking
fish
ill.
bread.
It's not good. We can't live off of that. And you're giving it all at once. Like, the fish is going to go off. You know that, right? Like,
Yeah, where are we supposed to keep
where-
them? Are you going to
Yeah.
invent a fridge? You
No,
going to invent
he
a
didn't
freezer?
provide electricity and a refrigerator,
Yeah,
did he?
nice
No,
one,
Fucking
Jesus.
Jesus.
I think we're getting it wrong.
Dickhead.
We're getting the story confused. He fed 1,000 people with one fish. So actually, everybody got just a tiny a morsel.
That's just fucking stingy then.
That's like a
morsel of
toothpick with a
fish.
tiny bit of fish on it. There you go, mate. There you go. There
Oh, it's funny
go.
you should mention
Ah.
toothpicks, Adam. It is actually really funny you should mention toothpicks because
It's
I
not
need
that
to
funny.
do.
I don't think
It,
it's
well,
funny.
it's going to be. I need to, as part of our duty is to share public service announcements and safety messages from the food health people,
Yeah,
etc.
we've always endeavoured
From
to
the
do
food
that. Yeah.
health
Well,
people.
the new one that's
Those
come
people-
up today,
The FHP, yeah.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
FHP,
the
FHP have reported today, and it's very important. Don't eat fried toothpicks.
Oh shit! Really?
That's what
However,
they're reporting.
Am I not meant to?
Baked toothpicks, broiled toothpicks, stewed toothpicks.
How much more
I like
specific
to
do you want it to
saute
be?
mine.
Don't eat fried
Mm.
toothpicks. There's been a TikTok trend where they've been
A
frying
TikTok
toothpicks.
toothpick trend.
A TikTok,
TikTok toothpick trend. Say that one when you're drunk. Now, it's been happening in South Korea, and it's been an online viral sensation where they've been eating
Is it?
fried
I'm
toothpicks.
still behind. Why?
Turns
Why
out,
fried
here's a
toothpicks?
question.
And
Here's a
then you
question
could-
for you
Jesus
both.
only gave them one fish, and they were like, "What else should have fucking just fried
He
these
gave them
I've got
one
a bit
fish
of the
and a
fish stuck in my
toothpick, and they were
tooth.
like, "Well, I've got this left now, so what am I going to do with it? Get
Well-
it fried, mate."
Here's a good question for you both. What are toothpicks made from?
Ah, Well, the toothpicks that they're frying,
teeth?
or the toothpicks that we would use.
Toothpicks in general. The general
The
toothpick.
toothpicks we would use, you'd either get like a wooden one, right, wouldn't you? Or you'd get a plastic one.
Or
You would
I'm
think-
guessing
you
the
would
plastic
think-
ones aren't allowed anymore. They've gone the way
Plastic
of the old
ones-
plastic straws.
Oh, they're
You
made
can't fry
out of
plastic
paper now. Toothpicks made out of paper, like the straw. And you're just trying to
I've got a
ram
paper cut
bits of
now.
paper in your mouth. It's like not
I
getting in
can't
the
get
teeth
it
at
out
all.
still. Like, I've gone through 50 toothpicks.
Just got wet paper all in my mouth. It's horrible.
It turns out toothpicks are actually made from cornstarch or sweet potato. So the
why
wooden
can't you fry 'em
toothpicks
then?
that you think are wooden, they're not actually wooden. Well, the
not
South
wooden.
Korean Food Ministry, which is a subsection of the food health people.
So hang on. Is this all toothpicks or is this Korean toothpicks?
No,
Made
Are they
toothpicks,
special?
toothpicks in
Potato.
general are made from cornstarch because they have
This
to be
is-
safe.
this is
They have to,
toothpicks?
brand new
Which-
information.
I
they
need
have to be
find out
safe to
which
put in your
toothpicks.
mouth, don't they?
Oh,
What?
It has to be something
like,
edible.
like stickers on fruit.
It doesn't have to be something edible. Toothbrushes are not made of food.
Yes, they are. Do you not eat your
Toothbrush-
toothbrush?
You don't lose bits of toothbrush in your
You
mouth.
know when you get them little toothbrushes for dogs, isn't that what you do
Yeah.
with the human one as well? You just chomp it.
Dental floss is not food. What are you talking about? It's got to be made of food if you put it in your mouth. What
Hey.
are you fucking
Hey,
talking
look,
about?
this is from the food health
This is
people,
insa-
Sam.
No, this is nonsense.
Why are you
what you're
going
saying
against
is
the food
nonsense.
health people? You
can't
can't
go-
go out there
you
going, the
cannot.
food health
You
people have got it wrong. Are you a food health people expert?
I'm not
Did
stupid
you
enough
go
to go
to
against
Food
the
Health People
FHP.
University?
I'm going
What
against
is
Benson. He's talking nonsense.
What is the point of the food health people? Is Sam, Mr. No PhD in food health safety at all, calls
You don't
them
have an
out saying it's
FHP, do
bullshit?
you? You're
I'm
not
calling
a Sam,
your bullshit.
You're not Sam FHP.
No,
How can
the
you-
FHP
how can you-
didn't-
I'm getting this content directly from the food health people. How can you call
But
me? How can you say that I'm writing bullshit when I'm reading it?
Because you said that if you put something in your mouth, it's got to be made of food, which is just insane. My teeth aren't made of food.
Well, why else would they
What's
make them from
not made of
cornstarch?
food?
Yeah,
Teeth.
did you?
My
Sorry, did you
teeth?
just?
Yeah, my
did you just say
teeth
your
are
teeth
made of
aren't
you.
made
How
from?
many teeth?
How many teeth do you put in your mouth?
In your mouth.
They're already
Thank
in
you,
there.
Adam.
No,
Yeah,
you're
but you
just
don't
suggesting.
put them in there. You
But
didn't. You didn't
You
go
grow
to the
them in there.
teeth
He
shop
said-
and go right.
but
These are my
he's-
teeth now. Let me
Well,
put
I did
them
actually.
in.
I did actually. But Benson is suggesting that if anything's in your mouth, it has to be food.
No, I didn't say anything.
the only-
I said toothpicks. If they have to
it
be
goes
food,
in your
toothpicks have to be food because they go in your mouth. Is what I said.
This is insane. This is blowing my mind. Toothpicks are wood and plastic, surely.
I'm gonna have to report you to the food health people
They are wood.
for
They are
defamation.
wood toothpicks, though.
But you're saying that toothpicks are made of food, and thus to clear food from your teeth, you need to use food.
No, the actual reason
what you're saying?
so
Is this what you're telling me?
cornstarch toothpicks are environmentally friendly and biodegradable. They're often
But
on
this
tables
sounds like
in-
This sounds like
a
South
newfangled
Korean
thing.
Toothpicks. Yeah.
it's made it's very popular in Korea.
What
Anyway.
happened? No, wait. Hold up. Because now we've got toothpicks that are made out of something that's biodegradable. But didn't we have toothpicks that were made of wood?
Yeah, this is
What
all
What
I'm getting
happened to
at.
what happened to that? Like we had wood toothpicks.
Well, you have to cut the wood down. You have to use wood to make a toothpick. So I suppose
What
the
are,
environmentally
what are
friendly part.
toothpicks made from? Wooden toothpicks are cut from birch wood.
Wooden
Birch
toothpick.
is
Well,
so-
the clue's in the fucking name, Sam.
But you suggested that toothpicks need to be made of food, and birch wood is not food.
Well, if you're going to
Birchwood
deep
is
fry them,
food
they
if
do
you're
need,
a beaver.
they do need to be deep. If you're going to deep
It just,
fry them,
it
they need
just
to be
needs
made
to be
from
food for something, Sam.
Do
It
you know
doesn't
what?
have to be
It-
food for humans.
If
Yeah,
you're
it doesn't have
listening
to be
this
human
podcast,
sustenance.
people, if
This is
you're
why it's the
listening to this
greatest show on
podcast,
earth.
You can just turn it off right now because we're just misleading you terribly today.
Look,
I
okay.
started off by saying it's the greatest show on earth, and Benson's now saying that all toothpicks are made of food, and anything that goes in your mouth has to be food.
We're now
You
15
definitely
nonsense.
you
Okay.
retracted your greatest show on earth comments though immediately. So
I'm
don't
waiting for
fucking
him
say
to
that.
retract this fucking
Okay.
toothpick nonsense.
I'm gonna clarify the public service announcement. If your toothpick is made from cornstarch, do not eat it. If it
How
is
do you
made
find
from
out it's
plastic
made
or
of
wood,
cornstarch
deep
without
fry
eating it?
and it's safe to eat. No, I'm just if you've got a wooden one made from wood, surprisingly, you can eat it. That's not included from the food health people,
chewy.
safety people.
If they're made from food, though, definitely don't eat them.
Don't eat the
Only
ones
eat them
made
if
of
they're
food.
wood.
So why have they said not
only
to
put
eat?
things in your mouth that's not food. That's what we're getting from this, right, Sam?
Why,
Sam, just to
um,
clarify, that's the point you
stick
wanted.
metal in your mouth. Just
Why
stick
have
it
the
in
food
there.
health people said not to eat toothpicks that are made of food?
Because they use food colouring.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, so does a lot of stuff.
According
Yeah,
to
food
local
colouring,
media,
it's food
an
colouring.
ingredient called
Food
sorbitol
colouring's
is
not allowed
used.
in food, Sam. Not food that people eat. God damn it!
So there's an ingredient called sorbitol that's used, and whilst it is harmless in
Sorbet.
small amounts, it can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and inflammation if overconsumed. That's why.
Right. Well, thanks for this.
But
public
this
health
far,
announcement.
you know,
I've just
This
bought
is a
like
TikTok trend,
4
and it has
bags
sparked
of
warnings
toothpicks.
from
Made from
officials
food.
or healthcare
It's made
professionals.
from fish.
They're called
I've got these
food-
fish. I've got these fish toothpicks.
They're called
made
food
from.
picks.
I've got 1,000 of them made from one fish. Guy called a.
I was
going
going
to
to start my own fish and chip
can't
restaurant
remember
and
his name.
everything, and now I'm told I'm not allowed to fucking eat them.
Oh, I'll tell you what, this story, I've just been reading, I wasn't even listening to it. This story really goes off on a tangent. Right, the last two, can I
What's
just
it
read
about
the last
now?
2 paragraphs out? So it's talking about, not eating them and healthcare professionals saying not eating them, blah, 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 blah.
Don't eat them.
Right, and bear in mind this is about a Korean thing on TikTok. Right, the last 2 paragraphs. Nottinghamshire Fire and Rescue Services issued a warning about
Nottinghamshire.
Nottinghamshire. Nottinghamshire. I don't know how you say it.
Nottinghamshire.
Fire and Rescue Service issued a warning about people using explosion filters to create videos in which their appliances appeared to burst into flames.
I thought you were going to say explosion filters in their toothpicks.
This is what I thought. This is why I was
In their
reading
Do
it.
not use.
This is
Do
what I
not
was
use
re-
explosives as toothpicks.
This is
Don't
exactly
stick
why
a
I'm
Roman
reading
candle
it.
in your mouth.
And then all of a sudden it's going
Gone
on about
right
a
off on a
filter. So
tangent.
apparently firefighters have responded to calls where people have seen TikTok videos about thinking something's on fire, and it turns out it's a filter on the phone. That's
Yeah,
a
it's that
story in
boom we
itself. That needs its own head
That
title.
happened with the Eiffel Tower. That happened with the Eiffel Tower,
Blackpool
didn't it?
Tower. Blackpool.
No, that
Blackpool
was
Tower,
that
yeah,
was
sorry,
Bit
yeah.
different.
Blackpool Tower. No, that was like some building material on it.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was.
And
yeah.
people thought it was a fire. And then it got on the news that Blackpool Tower's on fire.
The
Like,
orange
no, it's
security
some
fence.
orange fucking
The
tape or
metal
some
is on
shit.
fire.
The
Are you
metal
sure?
tower's on fire.
really
no.
sure?
I love the fact that you said the Eiffel Tower as well.
Yeah.
The second
got my
most famous
landmarks very
landmark that's
wrong.
tower based.
Yeah, but there's less annoying people around it. So
In which one?
The
in
Blackpool
France
one.
or
Blackpool versus Paris. I mean, it's.
I mean, Blackpool
They've
any
each-
day.
they've each got their
Definitely
down
Blackpool.
points.
Yeah, there might be
Blackpool's got more
toothless
seagulls.
crackheads everywhere, but it's better than Paris.
Toothless crackheads. They do not need to use toothpicks of any description.
They use
No
their own
wooden
teeth,
ones, no food ones. Yeah, they do. They use teeth. Their teeth are made of food, though, so it's allowed
so
to
they
put-
can
probably
put them
melt
back in their
They
mouth.
probably melt
Yeah.
the toothpicks down. I'm just impressed that
Right.
Sam said his teeth weren't food.
Your teeth aren't food. You don't eat your teeth. What if you're
Yeah, but
hungry?
No.
But he was saying he puts teeth in it. He was saying he puts
if you're
teeth in his
hungry,
mouth.
do you not just pop one out and crunch it?
Oh, that sounds like a bad dream. Like, can you imagine having a
I don't
dream
like teeth talk. Teeth talk. I don't like.
teeth. We can't make a
That's
sound
new
bite
one.
for that.
Teeth
No,
talk.
we can't.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right,
Dental
I've got something for
dialect.
you.
He's trying to move the story on Benson.
I know,
Talk
that's
about-
why I'm holding him up.
Talk about teeth. Crunching
I've
them,
got
chewing them.
something
Talk
for
about
you.
what
It's-
happens
it's
if your
not
teeth
about
were floppy
teeth.
and they got erect when you saw food.
It's not going back to that.
Erection teeth.
I've got something for you. So
No.
remember a few episodes ago?
Episodes ago.
Yeah, we played the silliest answer in the world from that Miss World contest where she talked about Africa and Iraq, and yeah, she didn't have a clue. She just completely mumbled some nonsense. And I tried to get Benson to give us an answer that was more sort of cogent and made a bit more sense, and he couldn't do it either. Well,
It's a difficult question. It's really hard.
it is a difficult question, and I felt bad. I felt bad for singling out Miss. Where was she from? South Carolina. That was her. I felt bad for
Place.
singling her out. So I went online and I found some silly answers from game shows and quiz shows from around the world.
Oh, wow.
When I say around the world, we're talking England and America, of course.
Oh, so much
Two
of the
countries.
world, man.
Two of
two
the 52
countries.
countries.
South Africa and Iraq.
London,
Those are the other
Miami.
countries. So we're going to start off with one that I've covered before, but we never actually played it out on the pod. We covered this back on an episode of Rabbiting On, and I can't remember why we started talking about it. But do you remember we talked about the turkey guy from Family Fortunes? So it's an old
he
episode.
got stuck on Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah. So we're going to start off by hearing him and hearing him giving his multiple turkey answers because it just tickles me a lot. And then there's some others from some other
Spoiler
quiz
alert.
shows. And I'm gonna stop them and we'll see if you can guess what their answers were.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh God,
I like
this
that.
is gonna be fun.
That's a good idea.
Should we see? I mean, it's a good idea. You're never going to guess them though.
We're gonna be the
because,
most. So we got to think of the most ridiculous answers, not the obvious ones.
maybe you can go for your own ridiculous
Dragons.
answers.
We got to try it, haven't we?
Right, so here's Mr. Turkey Man. This was from Family Fortunes back in, I think it was probably the early 90s. This is the UK version of Family Feud here. And there is a bit of backstory to it as well because they go off at the end. They each answer the same questions and one goes off into a soundproof room while the other one answers, and they've got to try and find the top answers for all the questions. Well, this guy overheard the answer turkey from the other member of the family, and then he just got turkey in his head and he just dominated him. So we'll hear that first.
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
I love that guy, Mr. Turkey Man.
Isn't
So,
the idea that you're meant to avoid the answer the other person says?
Yeah, but he heard it.
So you heard turkey and thought, oh, I know how to win this. I'm going to say the answer I definitely know they've said.
Oh, it might have been he heard chicken and then thought, oh, I'll answer turkey for something.
and
And
then
then just
got
went
stuck in
turkey,
his head.
taking a turkey to the beach. So the next one is from a show called The Joker's Wild. This is a US quiz show.
No.
You heard of this one before?
Have you heard this one? You seen this? No.
No? Okay. So let's hear the question and see what you might answer for this.
What classification of animals are dinosaurs?
Simple question enough, isn't it?
Whales.
What classification of animals
Tiger.
are dinosaurs? Just singular tiger. You're
Tiger.
going for
Country.
tiger.
Whale.
I mean, you're pretty
Rabbit.
close. Now, if we just listen to the next bit before getting the answer, this woman's clearly very confident in her abilities. If you just listen,
I know that.
she says, I know that.
I know that.
I know that.
I know that.
I know
I
that.
know that. Oh, I know that. So at this point, you're thinking, she knows that.
No, she knows that.
However, I'm not sure she does.
I know that. Let's see.
I'll have to call for your answer.
Pleistocystines.
Pleistocystines.
Oh, I was so close with tiger. Pleistocystines.
I was going to say Pleistocystines.
I know, I'm a bit embarrassed for both of you, really. that you-
No, it was so obvious as well. We should have gone with the Pleistocystines.
This sounds
should've
like
done.
part
I know
of that
this, I
game
know
show
this.
that I wanted to create. This sounds like exactly how it would go. I'm disappointed that you didn't say Pleistocystines.
I love that she went, I know that.
I know that. I know that. Pleistocystines.
Pleistocystines.
I
She
also
then
like
goes on
it
to
that she
try and
started
spell
saying
out
it.
as well.
She started saying it, then stopped and is like, I need your answer.
Did you say she started spelling it?
Yeah, she just goes for a little spell.
What was that?
Pleistocystines.
Definitely doesn't spell Pleistocystines.
Have you-
Which letter
have
is
you
EL?
spelled that out, Sam? Please tell me you've spelled that out.
No, I haven't
What
spelled
does it
out.
spell?
I don't know. Should we listen again? Should we find out what she's saying? Do you want to work it out? Or should
Yeah,
we
go on,
just
let's work
assume
it out.
that
Let's
she-
work it out.
Okay.
One of the letters is EOW, and I don't know what that letter is.
Pleistocystines.
P-L-E-I.
L-E-I-O.
P-L-E-I-O.
Yep.
Definitely not Pleistocystines. I can't even say Pleistocystines. Right. P-L-E-I-O.
Pleistocystines.
CETENES.
ETNES. PLIOCEETNES.
Yeah, I think unfortunately this woman had a mental breakdown
All
live
I
on
thought I
television.
had a
Yeah, mini
dinosaur.
stroke. Yeah.
Play it again. I might have it.
Yeah, do you want to hear it again? Let's go.
Sneeze.
PLIOCETENESOUS.
NESOUS. Okay, right. I've got it. I've got the full spelling. I'm gonna put it in the
Okay,
chat.
go on then.
Plausenatus.
Let's have a look. Let's see what she's spelling out. PLIOCETNESOUS.
Pliosetnesis.
So her answer was plistocysterines.
She spelled
And what she spelled out.
Pliosetnesis. Pliosetnesis.
I've decided, I'm making a group decision that that's the new word for re-adding the skin to something.
Have you been
Or a skin adder.
pliosetnesing?
A skin adder. I'm a plistocysterine.
I love me a good pliosetnesis.
Shout out to Mr. Court who got in touch, and
Yes.
he suggested Derminator for somebody that re-adds things.
Like a dermis.
I'll be
like
back
Yeah.
to re-add your skin.
Terminator.
I loved it. Right, so that's plistocysterine. It's a funny way of saying reptile. Anyway, next one is from Family Feud. So you can play along with this one. I want to hear your answers. So this is the American version of Family Fortune.
With Steve Harvey.
This one is not with Steve Harvey. Or it might be. Let's find out.
Name something you feel before you buy it.
That's not Steve Harvey.
It's
Name
not Steve
something
Harvey.
you feel before you buy it.
Penis.
You feel
Feel your penis before buying it?
your donkey.
Oh,
You
wait, can I
donkey.
change my answer? I'm going to change my answer. Ice cream.
You feel ice cream before you just get your hand in there. Yeah, this is definitely cold. Definitely cold and creamy.
I think the idea is that we're not meant to go for the logical answer, so ice cream
Yeah,
would
exactly.
definitely be the logical answer.
Yeah.
Well, no, the answer is
Excited.
I
get where he's gone
always
there.
feel my
Yeah.
excited before
Yeah.
I buy it.
I get it. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what the it is in the question, but yeah, he feels excited before he buys it, whatever it. So basically, he feels excited before he buys anything. You know, like
Oh, that's just a nice way to live, isn't it?
what a good guy. So the next one is very, very concerning, actually. So as we've heard, every single one we've heard so far, there's been a lot of laughter, hasn't there, from the contestants, from the hosts, from the
From
audience.
Steve Harvey before he started hosting it.
Oh, Blistercysterine! Oh, what a chip! This next one, there's no laughter after the answer,
Oh.
and you're about to find out why.
Oh no.
In common law, the age of this, signaling adulthood, is presumed to be 14 in boys and 12 in girls. Tom?
What is the age of consent?
No.
Oh, I've seen that one.
That's from Jeopardy, the
Yeah.
American show.
God,
The guy-
awkward.
Yeah, there's no laughter, is there? The host just
No.
goes, no, not that.
Surprised that one even aired. I'm surprised they didn't just kind of arrest him right there.
It's not that bad.
Just take him out. Just take him out of the show. Just get rid of
I mean,
him.
that is Jeopardy, isn't it? That is
That's double jeopardy, that.
triple Jeopardy.
The fact that he thinks it's a different age for boy and girl, and the fact that 12 is acceptable is very concerning.
It's
But yeah,
very
I've seen it. Have
concerning.
you seen his face after, like, he realizes what he said?
It's how quick the host is with no.
No, goodbye.
What is the answer? What was the question? What's 14 for oh, it'd be the average age. What average age do you hit puberty?
Yeah, it's puberty, yeah. Rather than, but he's fallen right into that nonce trap, hasn't he?
He fell
He's,
into Yeah, the non-salizer. The non-salizer got him.
Non-slicer 3000. Wee. Got a strong reading on this
all
one,
it is.
guys.
They just put that. They just slip that question in now and again just to make sure there's no nonce on the show.
Hang on. Sam, I need a couple of sound effects there. So do your alarm for the non-salizer. And then do the noise for when the police show up for the nonce.
and then when a bird of prey flies past.
I didn't hear anything.
You might not have heard it. The microphone definitely picked it up.
Is yours? You've got noise cancellation on your Zoom that's specifically set to cancel out the noise of birds of prey.
I can guarantee the
I
main
have a
microphone.
real problem with birds of prey flying around when I'm recording,
else.
so I have to cut this bird of prey sound.
The
It's
noise
handy setting
reduction on
for
Zoom has really got advanced, hasn't it? So you can set it specifically to cut out certain
For arid
What
landscape sound
What
effects.
sounds would you like to get rid of? Oh, birds of prey, definitely.
Well, it's
the
really
noise
handy
of an air
if you're an
conditioner on
oncologist or whatever they're
setting
called.
3. A what? A non-scologist?
Oncologist. Ornithologist. Yeah, if you want to
Ornithologist.
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 It'll be handy to have, bald eagle sound effect blockage. But the main microphone picked up. I'll do a third one just in case.
Why would it be useful for an ornithologist to not be able to hear the sounds of birds?
No, if the ornithologist was with the birds, speaking to other people not with the birds, you don't want all the birds chirping
What if he
through
was
the
doing a
microphone.
presentation about the birds? You don't want to record all the birds as well. What if he's
Exactly.
covered in
That's why it cuts
birds?
them out.
What?
It cuts
I
them out, so you just
imagine
hear him talking. Or her.
all ornithologists to be covered in birds head to toe because they're friends with them. So they're all just going to be like... So
What, like the pigeon lady from Home Alone 2?
Exactly.
Yeah, ornithologist. That was Piers Morgan, ornithologist.
Piers Morgan. Yeah. Oh, that's an episode name
Right.
for you right there.
I've got another one here for you. Now you've definitely heard this one, so I'm just going to let it play because I've sent you this before, but I couldn't do a thing on funny quiz show answers without.
Oh my
playing
God, is it Countdown?
No. It comes from Tipping Point, which is a show in the UK which has decided to go on the idea of those 2-penny push machines, and it's pretty notorious for bringing on the thickest people that the UK has to offer.
Excellent.
This is a classic clip that I'm just going to let play in its entirety. No guessing on this one because I've definitely shared it with you before.
In his epic poems, Homer often refers to nectar as the drink of the gods and which other substance as their food.
I know he likes donuts. I think I'll go with donuts, please, Ben.
Okay. Could have passed this one over to Lindsay. Lindsay?
I would have said donuts as well.
You'd have got
Beer and donuts, yeah.
donuts
Right up
as
Homer Street.
well.
No, 2 of them.
I'll just read this question again, you thick cunts.
Yeah,
Homer.
it's the little noise he makes where he knows how thick they're being and he just goes, because he's like, oh, you are
How
so
did
dumb.
I end up on this quiz show? I could have had the chase.
That is one of my favourite quiz show moments of all time. But he's just got everything because obviously he's picked up the wrong Homer, not the poet Homer, and he's got obviously the wrong end of the stick. And then when he's like, Lindsay, you could have had a go, and she's like, yeah, I just said donuts as well.
Yeah, beer and
Like,
donuts. Where did beer come
What's
in?
Homer's favourite food? That's all they heard. Not
Yeah.
what did Homer say was the god's favourite food.
Or they didn't hear the start with in his epic poem. Because
Well, you
Homer
know,
Simpson
Homer
often
Simpson-
constructed some epic poem.
Have you never heard his slam poetry?
Right.
Slam.
Here we go. I love that one. If you get a chance to watch Tipping Point, well worth it because
It's not worth watching the program. It's worth watching that clip. But
Just
Unless
find
you
a
say
compilation
like-
of idiots on
I've
Tipping Point.
I've got about 4 or 5 examples of really dumb answers. For example, one that which I haven't included was what day does Christmas fall on every year? And the guy goes Wednesday.
Of course he does.
what day does it fall on? Sunday.
Date.
Oh, date.
Benson.
I'm only winding up.
You better be.
Don't, Benson.
You know what? The other year, someone someone shared it on
Who do you think you
Facebook.
are?
Who do I think I
I'm
am?
just going to call Yeah, I was just going to call you a Pleistocysterne. I just wanted to say that again.
I'm going to
A
call you.
Pleistocysterne sounds like it wants tree fiddy.
I'm going to call you an epic poem then. No, I don't know if it was last year or a few years ago, but someone shared on Facebook, how spooky is this? Halloween falls on a Friday this year. It's going to be Friday the 13th. And for like the first second, I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then I soon realised what he was
Only
doing.
if you write the date backwards.
Yeah.
I was half gullible. I was gully.
Not bull.
Not bull.
Not bull. Just the gully.
Right, I've got another one that you can play along with here. This is from the Weakest Link. Do you remember the Weakest Link?
Goodbye.
I do.
Yeah, with
Anne Robinson.
Sour-faced Anne Robinson.
Oh god, she was just a fucking bitch.
She's just
was
an
a bitch.
alcoholic.
She played that character well.
She had to
Right,
go
let's
off
hope-
though a lot, didn't she, to think of her comebacks? She had to stop.
Did she?
Yeah, apparently, right. She always used to go off and write her comebacks and then come back in.
Oh, that's
Like,
really
she was
embarrassing.
shit,
The magic
so
of
she was all
television, Sam.
editing.
Unbelievable. Pulling back the curtain here, live on the Killer Rabbit podcast. Here we go.
100%.
Christy, in UK geography, the road called Watling Street that now forms part of the A5 was originally built by which civilization?
The road was originally built by which civilization?
Well, I know the actual answer. The actual answer will be the Romans.
The Romans, of course.
But we're going for the illogical answer. So I'm going to say Brummies.
I'm going to say...
Brummies.
Yeah, it needs to be something stupid where it's not actually...
Dartford Council.
Mer people.
Mer people. I don't even think you've gone silly enough.
Apes.
The ape civilization.
Just before the Bronze Age, there was the ape civilization.
Yeah,
famous for
that's
building
where the Romans,
the
A5. The Romans were taught to build roads by the apes.
David
I mean,
Attenborough
technically,
and over here.
you could argue that you could argue
You're missing 60
She's
million years of evolution there, Sam.
Yeah.
She's covering all bases. She's covering
Whoa.
all
I mean, you
bases.
could say single cell bacteria.
Amoebas.
You could say amoebas built the roads, technically
You
speaking.
could.
You could say fish built it.
You could.
You could say
Oh,
that the hydrogen,
1,000 of them.
the hydrogen
Millions of
atom,
walking fish.
carbon.
Right, the last one then for you is we're going back to Family Feud, and this time it is Steve Harvey. You'll be pleased to know. And you might have heard this one before. It's a bit of a classic. I'll let you play along in case you haven't heard it, but here we go.
Name something that follows the word pork.
Oh,
Name something that follows the word pork.
is this Snoop Dogg answering this one?
No, this is a
Oh, there's a
family
really weird
thing.
one where Snoop Dogg says it and he says horse. But
Pork horse?
if he just says horse, like
What's a pork horse?
Well, I'm
is
sure
he like the turkey guy? Just answers horse to everything. Name something he takes to the supermarket. Horse.
It's something like that. It might not be pork, but he definitely just says horse when it's not needed after. So the question was something that follows pork.
Follows the word pork, yeah.
Turkey.
Pork turkey.
Pig.
Porky pig? I mean, that's an alright answer. Well,
That's
no, 'cause
porky
it'd have
pig.
to- yeah. So it'd have to be e-pig, which is kind of the way that this guy goes with it.
Uh-oh.
You pine.
That's a word. You find the word.
Porcupine! Porcupine!
Your pine is well known as. Is she shouting you arsehole?
It sounds like you are sold. It was quite funny to listen to that episode as well because they are very American, very loud. You didn't really get that in the English version.
No, you didn't.
No, we're
Yeah,
much more
English people aren't
civilized
very
people
excited.
over here. After all,
really?
we did have the apes build the A5 for us.
We did, yeah, and
That's
they
what
did a
happened.
cracking job, to be fair. They
Yeah,
did do a good
they
Still
job.
no
did.
road,
Put
no
them all in London
potholes.
Zoo.
There was no cost-cutting exercises. You know, just a good old-fashioned, well-built road.
Is it like that old story of that ape that washed up on the northern shores in like the 1700s, and they thought it was a French?
I don't know the story of this ape.
There's
I
an
don't.
ape that washed up from a shipwreck. Can't remember what time it was. Proper. It was northeast England. I think further north than us. Right, and then
Poor ape lands in
monkey
Newcastle.
washed up on shore. They'd never seen a monkey before. They thought it was a Frenchman.
Oh, I have heard that.
Yes. See? They thought it was a Frenchman.
So they knew that France existed, but they didn't know what people from France looked like.
Yeah, so when a monkey washed ashore, they thought that was a man from France.
Yeah, check this dude out, this Frenchman. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Fucking speaking weird language in there.
He was wearing a black and white stripy top.
Blue and white.
Blue and white? Black and white.
For French.
Blue and
For a
white. Black and
mime.
white's a robber.
Oh, for a
Mime
mime. Are you going mime? I thought Frenchman, the blue and white stripes, the
red, white, and blue.
Onions around
and
the
garlic.
neck.
Yeah,
the
baguette.
garlic,
Yeah.
a baguette and a beret.
And you
That's
were going
what a
for
Frenchman
mime
looks like,
artist.
right?
There we go. All right,
we go.
so yeah, there's my silliest quiz answers.
Ha
Oh.
And it's time for Little Sammy's segment. That wasn't Sammy's segment.
What?
I fooled you all.
That was a
I've got another
pre-segment.
little
Did you
game for
pre-seg all
You
over?
can't then fucking
Covered you all in my pre-seg.
pre-seg
You
everywhere.
pre-segged and didn't even tell us. You just pumped right through it, and now you're on to
Just
the
went
main.
for it with the pre-seg, and now you're fucking letting it on. Now you're telling us about it.
We're just covered in his
Little Sammy's
pre-seg.
pre-seg.
Oh,
Little
God.
that's
Sammy's
horrible.
pre-seg. Little Sammy's pre-seg.
Little Sammy's pre-seg.
Yeah, I've got a main segment now. We're onto the full fat
This
seg
is
after
the
the
one.
diet seg. We've just
The
right.
sensual seg.
So today, as you're aware, unless
Today.
I've completely screwed up dates, today is the
Yesterday.
13th of February.
The 17th.
The 13th of February.
The 14th.
As the 13th of
You
February.
are right. Today's the 30th. I get what I see what you've done now. I get what you've done. At first I didn't,
Right.
but now
I
I'm
get
with
what
you.
he's,
Today,
I get what he's done, but I'm just messing with him.
Okay. Well, I did have to check my calendar again, but yeah. So today is the 13th of February. If you are listening to this on release day, which is of course the day before commercial love exploitation day.
Yes.
Oh, Valentine's Day.
Yes, it's
Commercial
the day
love
before that.
exploitation day.
However, the 13th of February, as you all know, is the day after Charles Schulz died and the date of the last ever Peanuts comic being released.
I do know that. That sucks.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Absolutely.
February the 13th, 2000, 24 years ago today. The last Peanuts comic, yeah? We knew that, didn't we?
Charlie
knew
Brown. I miss him.
Absolutely. And we
Snoops.
love a bit of Peanuts. I'm sure there's nobody that doesn't like Peanuts, right?
There's nothing about
Very
it you can't
inoffensive.
not like.
Yeah,
It's
it's all
just peanuts,
cheery,
isn't it?
good
It's just a
shit.
peanut.
I mean, some people don't like peanuts.
well, people who are allergic to peanuts.
but they're not
this
allergic
this
to
is a
Snoopy,
comic.
right? Surely.
No, they're not allergic to Snoopy.
They're not allergic
And
to
this-
Snoopy. They're allergic to another kind of peanuts. Just in case anybody was unaware, there are two kind of peanuts. There's the
Yeah.
Snoopy and Charlie Brown kind.
Apparently,
there's
you're not
the
allowed to
legume.
read Snoopy comics on planes. these days.
Yeah, that's it. Some people do get them mixed up sometimes, but apparently it's the other ones that are the dangerous ones. It's not Snoopy, so that's okay.
So what
Unless
I
you
brought
are
for you,
allergic to that one.
Yeah, unless I don't
Is-
think. Oh, that would suck. Then I've given out bad information and said that. This
oh,
one-
not again! Are we
Right,
fucking
somebody-
misleading our
somebody
listeners
call
Perfectly
health
again?
safe, but
safety
what if it's
people.
not? What if someone's
need-
allergic to the Snoopy Charlie Brown peanuts? Oh no!
It's true. Somebody's going to be
Careful.
allergic, aren't they?
Consult your doctor before you read the peanuts or eat the peanuts.
Read
Every-
responsibly.
Every time they buy a newspaper or comic book, they have to ask the vendor.
I would like to buy that
is there any
comic, but I
peanuts
just
in
need to
this?
go see my doctor.
Yeah, is there any peanuts in this comic? I need to know 'cause I'm allergic.
Yeah, there's one Snoopy and Charlie Brown sketch. I can't. do
Oh
it.
no, keep it away, keep it away.
No.
Oh, don't even open the magazine.
It's
No,
wafting.
don't
It's in
open
the
it.
air.
It's
The air
wafting.
particles.
There's a gust.
of-
Oh no!
So, and it actually turns out the remedy.
Snoopy.
I've got Snoopy
in my throat.
Someone was reading a magazine
it's not your
across the
classic-
room and I died.
It's not your classic EpiPen. You actually have to eat proper peanuts to get over the allergy of the peanut allergy.
Yeah, someone has to funnel them into your throat.
If you've got double peanut allergy, you're fucked. 'Cause you,
Oh,
can't
you
you can't enjoy a peanutty snack whilst enjoying.
I think
Reading
if
Snoopy.
you've got a double peanut allergy and you eat some peanuts, then you have to be reading peanuts at the same time.
If that be the case, if you got a double peanut allergy, the world is a very scary place, and you should probably just kill yourself. There's going to be too many. You don't have to worry.
Don't
about
give
it.
out that kind of advice. That's
Right,
the
okay.
third bit of bad advice.
I'd like to say
now.
on behalf of the public safety health food people, I can't remember what the name is, they do not condone suicide.
We're talking
yourself.
about a hypothetical person that has an allergy to a comic.
How do you know someone doesn't have an allergy
Somebody
to a
allergic
comic?
to a comic.
Nobody's allergic
There's
to
an
the
allergy
Peanuts
for
comic.
Well, how do you know?
How do you know?
I can't believe you just
Okay,
did the
would
whole
you-
pull on your collar on your shirt like, oh God, Sam just suggested that this hypothetical person that obviously doesn't exist should kill themselves.
Would
It's
you
okay,
bet
man.
your life savings that nobody in the world has ever been allergic to a comic book?
Would I bet £13.28p? Yes, I would. Absolutely.
You're on. We're going to research this. £13.28p.
If you're allergic to Charles Schultz's Peanut comic, please get in touch and tell us, and then I will owe Benson £13.28p. Anyway, yeah, so there is reason to this because we're going to do a fact hunt all about Snoopy. Play that theme.
Your skills sharp or are they blunt? If you don't know the answer, just put up a front. We've got 3 little statements and one's a fact. It's a mini mystery waiting to be cracked. It's Fact Hunt. It's Fact Hunt. It's just a big fact hunt. So come on, hunt the facts today.
Fact Hunt theme. Thank you to Tiff Miller for providing the Fact Hunt theme. Go check him out online. Search his many talents. He's a very cool guy.
If
We're
you
going
want
to
to
do
know
a
someone
fact
whose
hunt.
sister does makeup,
Yes, then he is the man to go to. So, Snoopy facts. Here we go. Oh, it's a fact hunt. Sorry, I need to explain the rules. We haven't done it in so long. And
Which way are
I
we
was
doing
kind
it?
I was
Are we
kind of
teaming
messing with
up
the
or-
format. Yeah, I know. I haven't explained the rules. So, I'm going to give 3 statements. Statements 3. Thrice.
Threeth.
Statements.
Statements
Three
Force.
statements about Snoopy. 2 of which are bullshit. 1 of which is a fact, and you need to hunt that fact
specifically
as
about
per the name.
Snoopy.
Fact hunt specifically about Snoopy.
Okay.
And in this one, I'm pitting you 2 against each other. So you'll each give me your reasoning if you have any.
I will find
find that fact. Oh, some trash talk coming from Adam there. Benson, lay it down on the line. Make him cry.
I might not find the fact, but that's part of the game.
Oh,
That's very
Jesus!
true.
Like twisting the
Also,
knife
I'm
into
going to
its
punch you
heart.
in the teeth.
Oh, that's mean. I'm
Punch
going
you
to
in your-
poke
in
you
your
in
food
your
chompers.
eyes.
No, right,
You
come on,
can't,
too
you
far.
can't. I've got
yes,
finger
he's got
defenders
the
on.
spectacles.
Protective glasses, that's true.
He is finger defend. You're not defending your fingers.
You should have gone to finger defender savers.
They're
Eye
defending your
defenders.
eyes. They're defending your eyes, mate, not your fingers.
Eye defenders from
it's to-
fingers.
You could call them finger
Well, no,
stiflers.
see, that doesn't make sense. Eye defenders as a term
stoppers.
doesn't make sense. You're not going to get attacked by other eyes.
Yeah,
Finger-
you get
it-
poked
it
in the
defends
eye.
you
They're
from
going to be
fingers
poke
going
stoppers,
in.
poke protectors, poke protector.
Poke protector.
Finger
that's
stiflers. I like finger stiflers.
Terminators.
Should have gone to
Stifle
finger
your
stiflers.
fingers. The advert's just someone on the floor clutching their eyes with blood pouring out. Should have gone to finger stiflers. Just a fucking dickhead just
See,
walks up.
we've already got the marketing side of it covered. Next business
Oh,
idea.
mate, should have gone to finger stiflers.
Benson's eyesight is 20/20. It's just he doesn't want people putting fingers.
I've got an irrational fear of fingers
He's
being.
got his finger stiflers.
He lives in an area of high finger attacks.
It's
The
a serious
glasses
phobia, guys.
have no sort of magnification properties at all. They're just
Magnification.
there.
Is that what you think
It's
glasses
actually
do?
bulletproof glass, but it's just perfect. It's got no fucking bend. It's just
Do you think? Do you
bulletproof.
think? Do you think
So
glasses
protected.
magnify things, Sam? So everything
Yeah,
seems
I do.
massive to me.
It's like
You
like
don't think it corrects focus?
No.
they don't just make things normal; they magnify it. You just get a really
Everything-
tight field of vision.
I mean, It's pretty embarrassing for you that even through my glasses, you're still very small. It's amazing for seeing like bugs.
Just massive. It's like looking into a fisheye lens. Everything's just huge.
Up until now, Sam thought that glasses just magnified stuff. That is insane.
Sam, that's one hell of a thing.
I can see. I
He's
get
like constantly wearing binoculars. Like, why would you need binoculars? Imagine.
I don't need binoculars.
that on
Everything's
your
massive.
face.
I can see the fucking.
I don't need binoculars. I can just put my glasses on. Why would binoculars be so big if you could just put a pair of glasses on?
Right, these statements.
Oh yeah, it's a facts hunt, isn't it? I think we found one fact. Glasses don't magnify things, Sam.
Sorry, finger stiflers. Can we use the correct terminology?
Finger stiflers have no
Sorry,
magnetic
They're not finger stifling binoculars.
magnification.
Although binoculars can also be used as finger stifling.
If you kept the yeah, well that's it. That's where the glasses
The
came from.
finger
Binoculars were the
stiflers are
original
available.
design, but they were too heavy to hold around all the time. So they went, right, how about we put finger stiflers on some arms and then put them around your ears? It was genius. Mr. Vision Express. That was his full name.
Right. Statements. Oh, jeez. Right. I can't believe I said that. That's funny.
You're so pleased with yourself.
I'm not pleased with myself. I'm embarrassed, but it's funny. Right. Statement number 1.
Oh.
Snoopy and NASA have strong links. Snooper?
You need some magnifying finger bashers to
need some magnifying finger stiflers to read. Snoopy and NASA have strong links. Snoopy is their official safety mascot, and every year astronauts give out the Silver Snoopy Award to deserving employees. Statement 2. Snoopy was inspired by Charlie Chaplin. Schultz was fascinated by how a main character could emote so much silently. And number 3, statement 3, National Snoopy Day in Japan sees people dress as Peanuts characters at schools and in offices as they indulge in Snoopy's favourite root beer and ice cream sundaes. Those are your statements 3. Statements thrice. I'm going to come to Adam first. Biggity, break it down.
Break it down. Okay.
that is old school, man.
Statement 1 was the NASA one.
Yeah.
Statement 2.
Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, yeah, Charlie. So it is very Charlie Chaplin-esque because it is just silent with music, but that was the anime.
silent with music isn't silent.
Yeah, but Charlie Chaplin was a silent film, but it had music, didn't it? So it's classed as a silent movie.
This
That's
was
a
more
silent
that
movie,
because
it's not just silent.
Snoopy doesn't speak in the comics either.
He doesn't, that's correct. And Charlie Brown and that do, but in the animated series, they didn't really, did they? They just kind of, it was all bubbles, I think, as well. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. That's a possibility, that one. And then the final one was Snoopy in Japan. Snoopy Day in Japan.
Snoopy Day in Japan.
I don't think Japan would have a Snoopy Day. I know they love all small animated animal creatures. But
They're not small if you put finger deflectors on.
Finger stiflers, for fuck's sake.
If you wear finger stiflers a lot, Snoopy is quite big. Maybe that's where Godzilla comes from.
It's like Clifford the Big Red Dog once you put the finger stiflers on.
Allow me to put on my reading finger stiflers. Just a second.
Oh my god! No, I don't know about that one. I'm not sure. I'm tempted to go number 1. I reckon Snoopy and NASA because I recognise Snoopy on the moon. Where do I recognise that from? With his little doghouse. I'm going to go Snoopy and NASA.
Snoopy and NASA. Okay, Benson, over to you. Break it down.
We see Adam was like teetering to the other two and then fully U-turned at the end and went for number 1. But straight as you said it, it seemed familiar to me. And I can't picture it exactly. But I also think you would put a NASA one in there, knowing that I didn't know much about Snoopy, and go straight for We'll put some
How
in
would
that
I
he
know that you
likes.
didn't know anything about Snoopy?
Because you always quiz him on his Snoopy knowledge.
I've never asked you anything about Snoopy.
I've never
knowledge.
spoken
You
about
always
Snoopy,
talk
though.
about Snoopy.
You have never spoken about Snoopy, and you do speak about everything that you know about. Quite
Which
a
isn't.
lot.
It doesn't take much. But
No, we cover it all in an afternoon, and that's that.
Once a week,
I've never
just to
mentioned
check if there's any
Snoopy.
new subjects. Just tick them off.
But I
No,
reckon-
that's
I
what he
reckon-
knows. Yep.
there is some weird badges that you can collect whilst working for NASA, and I imagine the silver Snoopy would be one of them. But then, what's a gold Snoopy? Because for it to be a silver one, you need the other two. You need the bronze and the gold. And just for the matter of, because there's nothing on the line here, and I don't care enough, I'm going to go for
There's
option
everything
2.
on the line.
I'm going to go for
everything on the line.
Everything on the
I'm
line.
gonna, if
Everything
you
on
don't
the
get it
line.
right, I'm having your collection of finger stiflers. That's what's on the line.
Ooh, all your
Ooh,
finger
okay.
stiflers are on
So-
the line.
Taking that into consideration, I'm still not overly fussed. And I'm going to say, what was the second statement?
You had Charlie Chaplin and Snoopy Day in Japan.
When did the comics come out?
1950.
That's quite a bit after Charlie Chaplin, isn't it? Oh no, it's not that far after. 'Cause he was
I don't think it is.
no, he was still doing films during World War II, wasn't he? So,
Well, 50's a bit after World War II.
well,
5
it's
years.
only 5 years.
It's a bit after. That's what I said.
Yeah, but 5 years ago,
What's wrong with
something from 5 years ago could
Influence something in 5 years.
influence something from now. Yeah, that's where my mind's going, and that. Now that the finger stifles are on the line, it is serious. I do think it's 1, but I'm going to say 2.
You can say one if you want.
No, I
It's
don't want
okay.
to. I've said what I said.
He doesn't want
motherfucker.
to. He said he didn't want to, Sam. All right.
You can go for the same one. It's okay. You could doubly dupe me. Who knows?
He wants us to go for the wrong one, doesn't he? I've got it wrong. That's why.
Right, I'm going for number 2. I'll be
Number
back
2.
in a
You said I was. You said I was going old
45
school
minutes.
with my briggity break it down. I'm going to ask you both to make a locking noise to confirm
okay,
your
right.
answers.
So I'm
Adam,
going-
could you?
Number 1, locking it in.
Ooh, that's officially locked. Benson.
I'm going to go for number 2. Ping.
That's a shit
Wow.
lock. It's like
It was an
gentle
airlock.
one.
It was an airlock.
All right. Ooh,
Okay,
that's
yeah.
pretty tight.
That's
So Adam's gone number 1. Benson's got number 2. So it makes perfect sense to start on number 3, then, doesn't it?
It does.
course.
It does.
So
let's
the
hear about how
Japanese.
Japan celebrate.
This is the true one. This
The
is it.
Japanese absolutely love Snoopy. The Snoopy Museum is in Tokyo.
Oh,
However, there's
really?
no Snoopy Day. There is a Good Grief Day, a World Good Grief Day. but
Good
that's a-
grief,
that's a
that
world
sounds
thing.
tremendous.
But yeah, no Snoopy Day in Japan, although there is a Peanuts Museum in Tokyo.
Yeah, they're
So
not like the
then-
Americans who have a national day for everything.
They probably are.
Do you go
Okay.
to a Japanese person and say you're like an American, see what happens?
Oh, I won't do that. And if you do, make sure you got your finger stifled on because
Yeah,
you
you
are going to
fucking-
get poked in your
you like-
motherfucking eye.
Them eyes are getting fingered big time.
So number 1 then, Snoopy and NASA have strong links. Snoopy is their official safety mascot, and every year astronauts give out the Silver Snoopy Award to deserving employees. Now, I always ask you to break it down, and Benson was very, very clever here, saying that the Silver Snoopy Award sort of points to the existence of a bronze Snoopy Award and a gold Snoopy Award. So that's excellent powers of deduction. Well done, Benson.
Here we go.
But you are wrong. Snoopy and NASA do have very strong links. He is their official safety mascot, and astronauts do get a Silver Snoopy Award if they've been good. If
Hang
they've
on.
been good
Hang
employees.
on. You said the astronauts hand out the Silver Snoopy Award to employees.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they do. They give it to like the canteen lady.
So if the astronauts been good,
your
if
sloppy
the astronauts-
jaws have been banging this year.
I've been
Here's
eating
a
them for
Silver
6
Snoopy
months
for you.
up there. Love them. Here's a Snoopy.
Can I
So
have a gold
if
Snoopy?
The,
No.
if the astronauts good, they get to hand it out to the employees.
Yeah, so the astronauts give out the Silver Snoopy Award to
That's cool.
deserving employees,
Snoopy
which is
is
cool.
dope. I like
Snoopy, not inspired by Charlie Chaplin, as far as I'm aware. Probably should have Googled that to make sure I hadn't just made up an actual fact. But yeah,
Don't make
there
up
we
a
go.
fact, Sam.
That was our statements 3 on Snoopy, and our winner is Adam C. Well done, Adam. Congratulations. Round of applause to you.
Yay,
Benson, you
I'm the
suck.
best. Benson's
Although
rubbish.
I tried to get you
Yay.
to go number 1, though. I was
did.
happy for you both
You
to
did,
win.
but I needed a number 2, so...
Yay.
He was just thinking about the 2.
There we go. Right, and it's time for Little Sammy's post segment.
Oh, he's
It's
got
the
post-seg
post-seg.
clarity. Post-seg clarity. Oh, no. What have we done? In 9 months, we're going to have an unwanted episode be born. And then it's going to grow up in the foster system of unwanted podcasts.
we'll throw it in the trash.
Dumpster episode.
Yeah. Yes, it's cool. We've come to the end. I can't do verbs. Can't do verbs.
Can't do
We've
words,
come
no,
to the
but-
end
Yeah, that was
of
clever what
another
you did there,
episode
because you
of
mispronounced
Killer...
words. There's
Yeah.
verbs.
It's
And I'm
funny,
going to
I
carry on
thought that was
talking
quite
over you,
good,
Sam.
that.
I'll carry on
Yeah,
talking
we've come
until
to the
you
end
stop.
of another episode of Benson talking over Sam with his finger stiflers. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. I have felt that I've been letting the team down recently with my lack of segments, so I brought 2 this week. Pre-Seg, a Seg, and a Post-Seg. That's 3. 3, sir.
Pre-seg, seg, and then post-seg.
This is your Post-Seg.
It's just
the
horrible.
Post-Seg
This.
outro.
Light your cigarettes, people. You know.
Thanks for
sit
listening.
back.
I've enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed it, Benson?
Was it
I
good for
loved
you
it.
too?
Have you enjoyed it, Adam?
Yeah, it was good for me. I've had better.
Have you enjoyed it, dear listener? Oh, why? Oh, well, fuck you then. Turn it off and never come back. I hate you. I don't really. I love you very much. Thanks for
They've already
listening.
turned
If
it
you
off
wanna-
at this point.
They turned it off
They
well
just
before I
lost
addressed
all our
them.
listeners again.
They probably
Yeah,
turned it off at the part when I started shouting pre-seg.
No, that's where people tuned in. They're like, ooh, there's pre-seg chat in here. Right, so we've come to the end of an episode. Come find us online. Come give us ideas for stories. Send us news articles. Send us ideas for quizzes, for games. Any suggestions, any topics, any advice you'd like to give us. We haven't done the agony
just
uncles in
give
a
us
while.
advice. No. We don't want their bullshit. And we're not going to give advice. We want them to just give us random bits of advice. Any advice you want, just give us the advice, please.
This
Yes,
just
we would
sounds like it's
all
going
the
to be those
advices.
motivational quote
I
posters.
I don't want motivationals. I want advice. I want solid advice, tidbits.
Adam, the
Life
first
hacks.
step to success doesn't have to be a leap. Just remember that.
I remember that. I remember.
Here's the end of the episode. Come find us online at Killer Rabbit Pod. You'll find us on Twitter. Refuse to call it that letter. Come find us on the Book of Face. Come find us on InstaShit. And find us on the Tockity Tickety Tock Tock Tick Tock Tickety Tock Tock Tick Tock Tick. And yeah, that's about it from us. Email us as well if you want at killerrabbitpodcast@gmail.com.
Nobody
Come say hello.
emails.
Come find us. Follow us. Like, share, subscribe. Give us reviews. All of that stuff. It really helps us. And above all, tell people about it. Go and find Graham from the Butchers and say, oh, Graham from the Butchers. Is Graham one of my names? Is Graham one of my overused names?
Yeah.
Is it?
Graham's part
Yeah.
of that bunch.
It's part
Graham
of the
and
clique.
Little
All right,
Timmy. Little Timmy and Graham. In fact, it's just them two.
That is it. It's just those
Yeah.
two. So yeah, you've used
Well,
used it again.
in this imaginary scenario, Graham is the.
Oh,
the
so now
local
you're
butcher.
justifying your use of Graham as a butcher.
Well, he
okay, it
he
could have
is
been
the-
Billy,
he
it
is
could have
the
been
local
Bob, it could have
butcher.
been Tony,
No,
it could have been
no
Tom, it could have
butcher
been
is called
James, it
Billy.
could have been
Adam,
John, it
come
could have
on.
been Gary. You
These
know,
are
there's
all
so
the
many
names.
words.
These
so
are
many
all
other
the
names.
You're struggling with the names as well.
I can
but
keep
no
going if
butcher
you
has ever
want.
been called Billy. If you're a butcher called Billy, get
Billy
in
the
touch, 'cause I
Butcher.
don't
Do you
know.
not know
Billy
Billy
the
the Butcher?
Billy the Butcher
Billy the
sounds like
Butcher.
a
Billy
Butcher
the
sounds like
Butcher.
a cowboy. Yeah.
Billy the
Billy
Butcher's
the
a
Butcher
serial
is a-
killer. He's not.
yeah,
he's not
he's a bad
He's
guy.
not an animal butcher. He's a human butcher, but he's still a butcher.
Yeah,
But he's
it's
still a
very true,
butcher
very
by
true.
trade.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
want to fuck with him though. Yeah, don't approach Billy the Butcher. Approach Graham the Butcher and say, "Hey, Graham, thanks for those steaks. They were delicious. And while we're at it, can I just tell you about a podcast I really enjoy? It's called the Killer Rabbit Podcast. And do you know what? It's the greatest show in the world. We've come full circle.
Oh my
It is the
God.
greatest show in the
Hang
world.
on.
You
We've
thought
come
I was
full
lying, and
circle.
I'm not.
Big fucking circle jerk. This entire episode.
Pre-seg,
Pre-seg
seg,
everywhere.
and post-seg clarity. And we've
I
come
hope
full
you've all
circle.
enjoyed the circle jerk, and you've all had your own good jerk.
And now you've got Seg everywhere.
All the seg.
Seg on my
Thanks for
face.
listening, everybody. I've been Sam.
I've been Benson.
And I've been Adam.
Until next time, we bid you adieu.
Bye.